got hit. He hit the wall. I know that, kind of like Chicagoland, and ended up rebounding for 16th. But he's still out of the chase. So, I mean, what I can't, didn't Juan Pablo move up?
Juan Pablo Montoya moved up to 8th, moved up 2 spots to 8th, and Kyle Busch is now in 13th, but he's still just over 100 points out of the chase. And I don't know, 3 wins versus Juan Pablo Montoya's 1 top 5. I was really rooting for Juan Montoya to get 0 top 5s
and make it into the chase.
And then see what new rule NASCAR comes up with for the chase.
Yeah, it'll like something like you have to be in the top 12 with at least 1 top 5 and 1 win and an average finish of 9.8 or something like that.
Yeah, because, I don't know, Kyle Busch, I'm really hoping he doesn't make the chase because, well, not only do I not like him, but also with 3 wins, that's having a pretty good year and out of the chase. If he doesn't make it, even with the new rule that they put in, giving you more points for first to try to get those winners into the chase, it's still not making it. NASCAR will have to do something, I guess. They can't have Kyle Busch missing the chase with 3 wins.
Well, and the thing is I've said this all along that he's incredibly, he's got the speed. He's got speed. He runs well. Well, I mean, not the last couple of weeks, but he's got speed. Obviously, he's won races, but he's so inconsistent. Doesn't he only have like 6 top 10s?
Yeah, 6 top 10s.
So, I mean, he's got 3 wins.
Of those wins.
But think about it. It's just he's so inconsistent. And I feel like he's really got to get it going. I mean, the thing is with Biffle and who's in 12th? Kenseth, Biffle.
Biffle's in 12th. Kenseth is in 11th.
Yeah.
They're 1 point difference there.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if one of them even have one bad race and he has a decent race, he'll get close to it. It's just going to be really close. He's just a little inconsistent to me, and I'm not. It's not a guarantee that he'll make it. I think he'll ultimately get in. Somehow he'll get in.
Somehow, yeah. But I think NASCAR needs to make a decision. Do they want people that win to be into the chase, or they want people that are consistent to be in the chase?
Yeah, because that's with the changing of the rule to seeding by wins.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you. So it's going to be interesting to see, and obviously in weeks to come we'll talk more about the chase and what, because I mean there's 6 races till the chase or something like that.
There was another notable move in the standings. This is lower in the standings, but Kevin Harvick had a great run for him this year. Finished 12th at Pocono, and
that's 2 good runs in a row.
Yeah, and he finally passed Dale Earnhardt Jr., my nemesis, in the points. Harvick is now 22nd, 4 points ahead of Jr., who's in 23rd.
Wow.
And
thoughts?
finally. My only thoughts about that is Jr. in 23rd. Is the chase going to have 23 drivers next year? I mean...
Well, it depends on where he finishes in points. If he's 30th, then there'll be 30. No, I'm joking.
Right.
That's not going to happen. But yeah, that's good for Harvick's really been on a streak the last couple weeks. And the thing is Harvick is quietly decent at road courses, except for a couple years ago when he got wrecked or was involved in a wreck. He's decent at road courses. He's not. I wouldn't probably pick him to win over half a dozen other drivers, but he's decent. So, and then they go to Bristol in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he definitely has a chance to salvage this terrible season. I mean, obviously he's out of the chase contention, but I'd like to see him get a few more top 5s maybe, because he has been running well in the past couple of races.
Yeah, but speaking of Watkins Glen, where we were just talking about this weekend, the racing at Watkins Glen, and what we're going to do is, obviously, for those of you watching and listening, we're not going to have a Friday show this week because we're doing the show on Wednesday, but typically what we'll do either on our Monday show or on our Friday show is preview the following week's race and kind of talk a little bit about it and what we're looking forward to or what we're not looking forward to in the case of Pocono. So they're racing at Watkins Glen this weekend, second and final road course race of the year. Yeah, what do you think? Are you excited or?
I like road courses. I mean, you'd think that after Pocono being really long and road courses are even longer, that it would be a boring race. But I like watching road courses. I guess because it's just different than all the other tracks, and I don't really care much for the road course specialist guys that just show up just for the road course. But
well, and I think that's an interesting point to bring up. The thing is I think in the 11 years that we watched NASCAR, or 12 years, whatever it is. I can only think of a few times where a road course ringer, as they call them, or whatever, legitimately I thought they're going to steal one and win it. And I feel like that's only happened to me a few times. I feel like they're always a shot for a top 10, but not really much more, just because of maybe the sheer equipment that they're in.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I love road courses. I'm so excited. Sears Point back in June was amazing. It was on my birthday, so I mean that's not why it was amazing, but it was an amazing race. What I kind of like is I like what you said. I like that they're back. Or it's kind of a backward race.
Yeah.
Not just backward in the sense that different, but it's actually backward. They pit the opposite. Watkins Glen, the track is the track where they pit the left side first, and then the right side.
Strategy is opposite of in a normal race.
You pit from the end backward.
Right,
yeah.
And then cautions are different. You can pit under green and not go a lap down. So there's lots
of
strategy.
For sure, it's like a minute 20.
Yeah, there's lots of different strategy that you can take at a road course, and of course, my driver Kevin Harvick usually does decent at road courses, so that's not a reason to hate it. And I don't know.
Hate any track that he doesn't do well at. So
For sure.
Let's see, what does he not do well at?
Nowhere.
Everywhere, except Bristol and Daytona and Watkins Glen. Anyway, so that being said, something that we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start doing a race preview, and pick, have a few picks that we're gonna pick. We're gonna pick 3 drivers every week. And we're going to kind of keep track of the points and see how terrible I'm probably doing. You'll watch this. You'll probably end up pulling away by 500 points.
Great.
But you're like, yeah, I know. So that being said, we are at Watkins Glen this weekend. It's the 20th race of the year. What does it say on there? How many races have they done?
21.
Okay, so 22nd,
yeah,
22nd race of the year. So that being said, who is the first driver that you expect to not necessarily win? Well, I mean, I guess win, but do really well at Watkins Glen?
I would have to say Tony Stewart, because he's been really hot lately, and he's a great road course driver. And I don't know. I mean, even at Pocono, he started in the back and was able to work his way up. So I think he'll be towards the front at Watkins Glen, and I don't know. He's just a good road course driver.
My first pick, Tony Stewart. I think that you'd be a fool not to pick Tony Stewart. Not only has he been probably the best driver, arguably, this year, has great cars, great team, great momentum, and momentum's everything in sports. I mean, we both know that. He is a fantastic road course racer. He's probably, as sad as I want to say, as much as I don't want to say this, probably has taken over that kingdom from Jeff Gordon. But anyway, yeah, Tony Stewart, you'd be a fool, like I said, to not pick him. So we cancel each other out on that. However he does, we'll both equal each other on that one because we both pick him. So yes, I agree. Who is your second pick?
My second pick is Jeff Gordon, who you just said may have got his crown taken away as the best road course driver, but he's always been really good at road courses, and that team and Hendrick, I mean, pick 2 Hendrick drivers as my 2 picks, but they're always up at the top and can recover from anything, and he's a good road course driver, so I got to go with him.
Cool. Well, my second pick, I definitely agree with you, and thank you for picking one of my favorite drivers. My second pick is somebody with the same last name but different first name. I picked Robbie. I knew your face was going to be hilarious. I picked Robbie Gordon. Now, let me say, I'm a little hesitant because I feel like he's going to be, like you said, erratic and nuts and drives over his head and probably end up wrecking himself. So this is where you might pull away from me starting week 1. But I think that he is definitely, we know he's a good road course racer. He's won, I believe, a road course race. I know he's won many of them.
Maybe.
In Cup I'm talking about.
In 2001, he was leading at one road course, and Kevin Harvick was nearly a lap down in front of him, and Robbie Gordon was trying to get around him, but Harvick wouldn't let him by, and I think Robbie Gordon used up all his tires trying to get around Harvick and yelling in the radio, and then it ended up costing him the win.
I remember he was in the 7 car.
Yeah.
Robbie Gordon was in the 7 car. That was 2001. Yeah, no, our producer's probably going nuts right now saying he has won on a road course or he hasn't. I think he has. I wish I knew. Yeah, there you go. Our producer just screamed. Thank you. Sonoma, yes? Yes. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, there you go. So he's a very good road course racer. Once again, you'd be a fool to not pick Robbie Gordon, though I probably am a fool for picking him.
I don't know. I mean, he does. He's gonna have still a bad car,